sir. Great job. What's up, guys? My name is Josh Settlage. I'm the BJJ strength coach. We're getting warmed up for our last max effort upper, dynamic effort lower training session for this training phase. We're running our Back Smasher training program, which is going to be launching with the Strength Matrix on January 1st. If you're a competitive grappler, wrestling, or jiu-jitsu athlete trying to win more matches and get injured less, you guys should definitely peep the Strength Matrix when it drops. But we're just finishing up our warm-up right now. Our warm-ups are usually about 3 to 4 different exercises that are all focused on warming up the muscles used in our main movement. So we're going to be doing an overhead pressing movement today, which means we need to make sure that our upper back is warmed up, our rear delts are warmed up. We're working on getting into a proper overhead position. We're also going to be doing some squatting and some jumping today. Well, everyone else will be jumping, not your boy. Your boy, his Achilles tendon got a little messed up last week. But with that in mind, we're going to be doing some banded pull-aparts to continue warming up the upper back. And then we're going to mix in some sled drags and some Copenhagen planks. You'll see in this training session that we're doing a standing pin press. The reason why we're pressing off of pins is because it changes the start position a little bit, and because it's on pins, a lot of times when people are doing military press or any sort of overhead press, when they're doing max effort and the weight gets pretty heavy, they start to get a little bit of a heave going. And that's fine if you're doing push press. That's definitely okay if you're doing something like a push jerk or a split jerk. However, for this particular training phase, we want to develop just pure strength from a static position. And if you have the proper mobility, you can do that with a bar resting on your chest. But when you hit those top sets, sometimes you do get a little bit of some leg drive. And so resting the bar on some pins takes away your ability to dip and drive into the bar. You have to get set, get locked in, and from a dead stop static position, be able to successfully press overhead. So that's why we have the bar set up on pins today. We're going to be doing some safety bar box squats, mixing in some jumps, and then finish things off with conditioning.
Hey,
I know this is a hot take, but this is Drake's best original verse of all time, right here.
Let's go! Come on, set!
Come on, push through!
Push, let's go!
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir!
We got more than think. We got a lot more. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you got more.
Yeah, that's it! Let's go! Finish strong! Yeah! Let's go! One more!
Come on, Zach!
Take it right! Yeah! Back over your head, back over your head! Go! Let's go! Finish strong!
Push!
Yeah!
Push, Zach!
Start, go!
Come on! Ah!
God damn, bro, that was shaky as a fucker. Yes, sir! Let's go!
Besides it right beside me, got that potion. Rolling up that ganja, all my diamonds like the ocean. All look like I close them, all look like they glowing, all look like it's snowing. I should build a snowman, pull out my smoking now, I show you how to roll one up and roll it down. I'm on the stage, you in the crowd, I'm in the area. I'm on that loud, I'm on that Allen, keep a click on money balance. This OG Kush, what I'm smoking now. Put the vibe to a hater, and smoking niggas. I pull them whips out, and I'm smoking niggas. I'm smoking think you hiding me, hold on, you must be this OG Kush, what I'm smoking niggas. Put the vibe to
Come on, son! Woo! Yes, sir!
That's separation season, baby. I felt real solid, way better than last time. I did 135 last time. Last rep was dookie. But that rep, all three of those reps felt pretty solid. A little bit of overextension, but it didn't feel like I was shaking and super unstable. Sometimes you have to change your position as you're straining through top sets. So when you're pressing overhead, sometimes you may hear someone say, press back over your head, back over your head. That way you can keep the bar path where it needs to be. So I felt that going on a little bit where it felt like the bar was getting out in front. I had to overextend just a little bit to get the bar back where I wanted it over my head, and then I was able to lock out. It felt really good. Zach hit a giant PR, strained that third rep for 12 whole seconds, which is just insane, mainly because people can hardly strain for 5 to 7 seconds before they start to just tucker out. And the way we're training, we want to be able to strain through big weights all the way through to the finish. And if you think of it in the context of jiu-jitsu or in wrestling, sometimes you have to put someone in a power half, in some sort of tilt, in some sort of submission, and you're straining against that, against the resistance of your opponent. You're straining against them for sometimes 5 seconds, sometimes 10 seconds, sometimes 12 seconds. So learning to strain through big weights like that is a huge component of jiu-jitsu, a huge component of wrestling. And that was an amazing, amazing PR for Zach.
Hey, Zach!
Sir,
How do you stay disciplined during the holidays?
take action. You gotta wake up, you gotta do it every single day. No excuses. Allow yourself a little bit of leeway in terms of earning extra calories. So do a little bit of extra work in the gym, eat a little bit of extra food at dinner.
Coach said, you got any discipline tips for the holidays?
I do. Stick to it. That's all it is. Just keep sticking to it. Just because it's Christmas, depending on what your goals are, Christmas doesn't change anything. New Year's doesn't change anything. And Rocky, on Thanksgiving, he tells Adrian, he says, well, to you it's Thanksgiving, but for me it's Thursday. And that's exactly what it is when it comes to discipline. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas, New Year's, your birthday, your mom's birthday, your girl's birthday, it doesn't matter. Always stick to that discipline as often as you can, as tight, as consistently as you can. And the key is that within discipline, there is room to enjoy yourself. There are treat meals. There are times where you have earned the right to stay up a little bit later and have some fun. That discipline is not void of enjoyment. It's not void of pleasure. It's not void of fun, for lack of a better term. So, depending on what your goals are, you can either keep following through the way you've been doing it. You can make tweaks as need be if you still want to enjoy Christmas. For me, I've been dieting super hard and I've been planning on Christmas Eve. I'm going to enjoy myself a little bit. On Christmas, I'm going to enjoy myself a little bit. However, I'm not going to I'm not gonna start celebrating early. Christmas Eve is on the 24th. Christmas is on the 25th. I'm not breaking my discipline before then because it's not Christmas Eve, it's not Christmas. I've planned those things in. I'm ready to enjoy myself. You guys should be able to do the same. Whatever discipline habits you've established for yourself, follow those through. Build strength by following those discipline habits through all the way to the end. Finish strong so you can start strong in 2022. Just finished our max effort upper, dynamic effort lower, some anaerobic alactic conditioning training today. It was a pretty solid session. This is a couple days before Christmas, and it's important that you're sticking to your discipline all the way throughout. Just because it's Christmas, it doesn't change anything. If you want to implement some form of a treat meal or a small break in your diet or a small break in some of your habits, if that's what you decide, that's fine. That's great. I think that's awesome, as long as you earn it. The only thing you deserve is what you earn. Next week, on January 1st, the Strength Matrix is coming at you live. It's launching. You guys are going to get access to some elite world-class training programs. You get to work with me a little bit closer than just here through YouTube. You guys are going to have access to Bracket Smasher, our ultimate competitor prep program. So if you're prepping for a wrestling tournament, you're in season, you're a jiu-jitsu athlete who's looking to start competing a little bit more seriously in 2022, or you have a super fight coming up, Bracket Smasher is going to be the program for you. Then we have our off-season training programs for jiu-jitsu and wrestlers. Mat Jacked, which is all about hypertrophy, building more muscle, multiplier hustle, as my man Mark Smiley Bell would say. We have Mat Strong, which is 100% dedicated to strength and power development. And then that little sneak peek of what you had right there is very similar to what we do in our overtime training program, which is just all conditioning. However, there's a twist to it. It's designed to help you maintain and continue to build off of some of the strength gains you've built while really maximizing the amount of conditioning and cardiovascular gains that you can make. Sign up for the Strength Matrix. You can click the link in the description below to join the pre-registration group, get access to a bunch of dope bonus stuff when you're in the pre-registration group, and you'll be first to be notified when it drops on January 1st. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Josh Settlage. You can follow me on Instagram at Joshua Settlage, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.